Okay, hello. I just got back from a little shopping spree because it was payday. And I discovered a strange bookstore. But strange in a positive way, sort of. Not really sure. Anyway, let's get into my shopping spree because there's a story behind it. And this is a fresh story. It just happened. Okay. First, I went to Best Buy because I heard they were getting rid of all their DVDs and stuff because of streaming. And I thought, well, they'll have good deals on 4K and stuff like that. And they didn't. But they had something I wanted. I have the European version of this on Blu-ray. But I didn't have a 4K of it, which that doesn't really matter. But this one has special features, and I'm a sucker for special features. Anyway, this wasn't on sale, but I checked my phone and I said, well, wherever you buy this thing, it's going to be the price that Best Buy wants for it right now in front of you. And it is the 4K of JFK. The movie with John Candy and Kevin Costner and Joe Pesci and Kevin Bacon. Just a great movie. I just opened it. Does it come with a poster? No, just a little box. So there you go. And this will have a lot more than what my European DVD Blu-ray did. So I'm excited to get into this because even though the end of this movie gets into the courtroom part where, well, it's not as good as the courtroom part of the, or like the movie A Few Good Men. Wow, that's a good courtroom ending. A Few Good Men movie. This one isn't that good, but before they get into the courtroom, it's pretty good. Especially the scene with John Candy. I'm a John Candy freak. And JFK satisfies. All right. Now, on the way home from the Best Buy on Gratiot Avenue, driving through Roseville, I saw a bookstore and the sign said open, so I pulled the car over in the rain. Excuse me. And it was called All Star Books. And I go, well, maybe they'll have a book about King Kong or Laurel and Hardy in there. So I get in there, and it's a lot of comic books. It kind of smells like the dog did his business in the store. And there was a big dog laying down behind the counter, and it was like in two sections. And there were three old men in there. And I think one of them was doing the online stuff. And I go, okay, this really wasn't what I was expecting, but you never know. You can ask. So I did. I said, King Kong 33, any figurines, books, anything like that. Or Laurel and Hardy stuff. And they didn't really have any. But I saw that they had some record albums. So I go over to the record albums and the guy, one of the guys follows me really, really close. And so I start talking to him because I think maybe he's trying to sell me something or to find out what else I'd be interested in. Anyway, and so I talk to him a little bit, and the conversation kind of ends, and now I'm looking through the records, which are mostly like soundtracks to movies and Phil Collins records, stuff like that. And he's getting closer and closer to me, but he's not talking. But he's standing like right here. And I'm just going, does he want to talk some more? I don't think he wants to talk some more. He's just watching me. And I go, well, maybe he's doing that, just in case I have any questions. But he doesn't go away. And he doesn't go away. And there also was a door inside that store that said, like on a little piece of paper, I think by the side of the door, if I remember right, which I should, it just happened. Anyway, excuse me. It said adults only and it had a little lock on it. And I just went, that's weird. There's a lock on it. Anyway, so I start finding things that I want. In the book section, I found a book, hardback book in great condition. Comes from a lot. Well, no, it doesn't come from a library. Anyway, it's a book about Fay Wray, a life story. Name of the book is On the Other Hand. And I don't know who wrote it. Anyway, it's a book on Fay Wray. And it was $5. So I grabbed that. Again, the guy's watching me. So I go over to where the little records are. And I see this thing. Now, I haven't opened these up or anything. I just got home from the store. That's why everything's still in the bag. But I see this with We're Not Gonna Take It. And what's the other song on this? You Can't Stop Rock and Roll. They wanted $4 for this. And I go, I'm going to buy it just for the picture sleeve. That's great. So now we're up to $9. Then I see this record for $2. And it's all wrapped up. I don't know the condition of it, but it's called Hawaii Calls Fire Goddess, presented by Webley Edwards. And I bought it just for the cover. That's hypnotic. I love that. So what did I say? We're up to $9. Now we're up to $10. And I saw one more thing. There's a few things in there I saw record-wise that I wanted, but the records were in such poor condition. Anyway, I saw this thing for $30. Now, what did I say? 10. Now we're up to $40. This is $10 here. No, we're up to $41 because this record of the Beverly Hillbillies was $30, so we're up to $41. And I go, okay, that's enough. And I took this out, and it doesn't come with any type of inner sleeve. But, it doesn't look scratched up or anything. It looks good. And I have one of these things to put it into. So we're good. And I'm looking at this thing, and I'm looking at it. And the guy is right next to me. And I mean, he's really close. And he's kind of crazy looking. And it was very, very uncomfortable. I never had an experience like that ever in a store. Anyway, I'm looking at this Beverly Hillbillies album going, if this is singing, I don't want it. Unless it's like Jethro singing, and he's got to be singing like Jethro. This can't be like a serious singing talent record. I don't know, they're just talented singers don't really grab me. But it's not. I think it's clips from the television show, which is exactly what I was looking for. And I go, $30. And I go, well, you're in here, and you go, well, I got to buy something. What, and it was payday today. Even though the pharmacy, which my days in the pharmacy are coming to an end, they don't pay very much anyway. This was going in the bag. And I go, well, I'm thinking to myself, let's get out of this store. Because this guy is standing closer and closer to me. And then there's that room with a lock on it that says adults only. And one of the other old men is staring at me too. And I go, well, let's just get out of here. I found some great things. Fay Wray, Twisted Sister. I found a Fire Goddess. Beverly Hillbillies, let's go. So I go to the counter. I ask him where the counter is. It's one of those stores that doesn't have a cash register that that you can see. And I put everything down, and the old guy, and by the way, the other old guy's still standing right next to me. I put everything down, and the guy goes, $30. And I go, oh, there's these two. There's these. And he goes, yeah, $30 will be fine. And I go, wow. So the book and the 2 7-inches were on the cuff. He only charged me for the Beverly Hillbillies record, which is nice. And And then the guy noticed my Jaws wallet. So he wanted to talk about Jaws. And so we talked about the movie Jaws and King Kong and stuff like that. And then I left, and I will definitely go back to that store because they gave me a good deal. It's creepy. I mean, it's very, very well lit. This All Star Books on Gratiot Avenue in, I think, Roseville. Yeah, Roseville, Michigan. Um, but it's well lit. It's clean. The people running it are, I don't know what to say about them other than, wow, they're right here. Anyway, there's interesting things in that store. Steve Carlson, you may want to go into that store. They have interesting things in there. And I'm looking around going, man, I could use like $900. You know, they have interesting posters, and the record collection is, you know, the records they have for sale, it's not the greatest, but they're interesting. The books and the old movie memorabilia that's in there is very, very interesting. Very interesting store. And that was my experience today at a brand new bookstore that I went to, coming home, where I thought, well, I'm going to take a drive and you're going to come home with nothing. You're not going to find anything at the Best Buy that you want. You never do. And if there is something there, you're not willing to pay the price for it. You can always get it cheaper on Amazon or whatever. And instead, I came home with the Fire Goddess. And that's the end of this video.